Hallå och välkomna tillbaka till Aokana igen. Vi ska fortsätta där vi avslutade, nämligen med alla dessa turneringar och grejer. Idag har jag min katt på besök. Han ligger och sover i mitt knä. Och således jag ligger ner och jag spelar det här spelet just nu, så det kan bli lite svårt. Men ja. A little while after my talk with Misaki, another Kunahama player brings up something even more surprising. Jag spelade in det direkt efter förra avsnittet. Jag gick bara på toaletten och sen kom jag tillbaks och så var min katt nyfiken på att vara med. Så han ligger här nu. Jag ska ta en snus. I can't believe it. Asuka bobs her head up and down, looking beyond excited. I didn't expect to make it past the second round. Oh, that's right. Asuka actually managed to win her match. She got pretty lucky with her matchups, but it takes more than that to win 2 in a row. Nina söta katten. Asuka's a total beginner who lost all her practice matches with our other club members, so this is a pleasant surprise. This isn't unusual. Happens a lot when players start competing for the first time. What? You mean it's something like beginner's luck? No, I'm talking about people improving during matches. Huh? Did I get better? You have. In the end, getting better is all about how much you can learn and master. Veterans don't have as much left to learn, so they hardly improved through single matches. Sometimes they even have to sweat blood and tears to learn one new thing. However, that isn't the case for rookies. Most beginners are rather raw, so they can learn a lot in a short period of time. I can't really tell. Well, I can really tell, kanske hon sa. No, I can't. Well, I'm sure you'll see during a match with Shindou-san. I turn to the side and see Shindou-san talking to his second, Satoin-san. Satoin-san lost to Saki Inui, so her role as second is all she has left for today. Seeing that match made me realize I was right about Shion having a shot at the title. Back when I first met him, Shion had just lost to Satoin-san, but I can tell he's caught up to her by this point. Kan jag typ göra så här istället? Men jag kan ha min mus istället och bara gå vidare. Nu behöver jag inte sträcka mig efter tempordet, det är lite lättare. Looking back at his match with Inui really hurts. I'm sure that match would have turned out differently if Shion was more focused on winning. Inui, huh? She's pretty interesting. No, this isn't the time to be thinking about other players. I'm sure you know, since you watched his match against Misaki and all, but Shindou-san is in peak condition. I'm sure he's going to do great. I'm really excited to see him play up close. Här är det, katt. Varför tittar du på mig sådär? Wow, that's a pretty unique reaction. Anyway, about our strategy. My opponent's Shindou-san, so do I have any choice other than just doing my best? Vad är det, katt? Vill du inte vara här längre? Jaha, hej då. Of course you don't. Still, your best probably isn't good enough. That's a real problem. He crushed his first round opponent. I'm scared that the same thing might happen to Asuka. That's why we need to put him in a situation where you have the clear advantage. I see. And how do I do that exactly? In Misaki's case, we try to force him into a dogfight, but to be honest, Asuka isn't better than Shindou-san in any way. Only thing I can think of is using her strong intuition. Sometimes Asuka does stuff that she has no business knowing. However, no one can tell when that's going to happen. And that means it's not a good idea to base our strategy around it. Still, that's the only real weapon she has, so it'll have to do. You need to stick close to Shindou-san for as long as possible. Do you understand why? Asuka thinks things over for a while. She thinks things over for a while, looking visibly confused. Shindou-san's a speeder, leaning all rounder, so he'll go for the boys if I keep my distance. Is that right? Exactly. No matter how the match plays out, Asuka has to stay right by him if he wants to have a chance to win. But if you stick too close to him right from the start, it'll turn into a speed battle. And then he would leave me in the dust. Glad you understand. Now, when the match starts, jump to the second line and wait for Shindou-san. Make no mistake though, unlike Misaki, you aren't going to try and stop him. Why not? Because I doubt you can. Right, my reflexes aren't as good as Misaki-chan. I can see Shindou-san rushing right past me. And that's exactly why the plan is for you to fly close to Shindou-san for as long as possible. Something might happen if you do. Like... well, you know, something. Asuka nods a few times before she replies. Alltså, sedan sist jag spelade där för typ en månad sedan så har jag spelat en del If My Heart Had Wings ändå. Och jag skulle vilja höja volymen på rösterna lite, mest bara för att jag gillar att ha dem lite lågt i bakgrunden. Asuka nods a few times before she replies. I see. That sounds amazing. Glad you liked the strategy. I'm sure either Shindou-san or Asuka will pull off something that surprises me. Ideally, we want Shindou-san to fall prey to the pressure and self-destruct, but it's better not to count on that. After you jump to the second line, get as close to his second as you can and circle around it. Circle at a higher altitude and wait, huh? Is that to help me maintain my speed? Sure is. Shindou-san should fly straight down the line, so make sure to stay slightly ahead of him and off to the side. Why only slightly ahead? Because he's faster than you. Slightly ahead is just right. If you get too far ahead, you'll make it easier for him to shoot past you. And falling too far behind is a death sentence. Okay. Slightly ahead is the perfect distance. So what do you want me to do after that? What you can. That would be... if you see a chance to go for his back, take it. You can also try to block his path or just touch him somewhere. You're telling me to just go all out, right? I give her a confident nod in order to set her mind at ease. We just have to keep Shindou-san from taking control of the tempo. Do what you can to disrupt him. You can count on me. Oh, by the way, if you keep flying next to him until the end of the line, you'll miss the timing to jump to the next one, so make sure to listen carefully for my instructions. I will. I'm in your hands. The only point of jumping lines is to get ahead of your opponent. If you fail to do it fast enough, you're just letting your opponent keep the lead and score for free. Losing 2 points for regular means is one thing, but I would like to avoid doing that because of a simple mistake. I get that I'm supposed to wait for him at a higher position, then fly next to him, but what happens if things go wrong? What if it ends up like Mashiro-chan's match with Sato-san? Are you asking what to do if Shindou-san tries to engage in a dogfight? Yeah, should I play along? Absolutely not. Shindou-san's good enough in dogfights to beat Misaki. You don't stand a chance against him. That's true, but I doubt I could get away from him either. You'll have to try. Running away is your only option at that point. You want me to run away? Yeah. Remember, you're trying to stick close to Shindou-san for as long as possible. Running away fits that object just fine, so there's no shame in it. Roger. Good. Well, it's about time now. Get going. Okay. I promise to do my best out there, coach. Asuka flies off, heading straight toward first. If Shindou-san gets even a little flustered by Asuka, then one of her flashes of brilliance comes into play. I quietly exhale to calm my nerves. Maybe, just maybe, something might happen. I won't go as far as to say she can win, but maybe I should have told. Maybe I should have told her that. Those magic words that have the power to make you stronger than anyone and any opponent. I repeat them inside my mind. Oh, I'm impressed that you reached this far in your first tournament. I worked really hard. Watch out. I'm going to throw everything I have at you. Oh, really? Then I guess I'll follow your lead. Great, thanks. I never expected Asuka to make it to the third round. It's positively shocking. What? Positively shocking. Then again, I knew she had it in her. Really? Yeah, really? Asuka-senpai is heading toward first. You can do it, Asuka-senpai. You can do it, Asuka. You can do it. Oh my god. You could at least try to sound more excited for her. Wow, everyone's all fired up. I hope she clobbers Shindou-san. Wouldn't it be great if he crashed into the water and got attacked by a fur seal? Why a fur seal? Well, a shark or an orca would be dangerous, but a seal would be funny. You sure about that? I've heard fur seals can be pretty aggressive. How about a flying fish then? That's a little too far on the opposite end of the spectrum. How about a salmon? That's my Misaki-senpai. Flying fish have pretty small mouths, so let's go with a salmon. You know, it's pretty amazing that you can say that with a straight face. Yeah, what would Shindou-san do to deserve that? Did he touch your butt during the training camp or something? Of course not. This is obviously about Misaki-senpai. About me? I'm so mad. How dare he beat you? Shindou-san's a really insensitive person. Wouldn't beating him during his last tournament have been more intensive though? Insensitive? Does that mean you lost to him to spare his feelings? Huh? Well, maybe, yeah. Wow, Misaki-senpai, you're so considerate. Well, there would be nothing to hold me back in the fall tournament. Va? Nu måste jag sätta mig upp här. Vadå fall tournament? Ska vi ha en till jävla turnering sen? Det var inte bra. That's good to hear. I probably can't do much, but I'll do my best to support you. I'm just kidding. Still, with Shindou-san gone, I'm sure I'll place high. Oh, that match is starting. Go ahead, Asuka-senpai. Asuka's jumping to the next line like I expected, but Shindou-san is way faster. I'm surprised since they're both all-rounders. Basically a perfect normal start so far. Here's hoping she doesn't lose in a weird way and get all depressed. Asuka-chan is strong, so we don't need to worry about it. I guess you're right. Go, you can do it. We're with you, Asuka-senpai. Right before Asuka reaches the second line, Shindou-san touches second. That's 0-1. Man, Shindou-san's ridiculously fast for an all-rounder. If Asuka tried to get any closer to the boy, he might have stepped on the gas and rushed right past her. Well, this is where the real match begins. Asuka now wait for Shindou-san to make a move with bated breath. Is he gonna go for third or force a dogfight? Shindou-san glances up at Asuka and after a second, he rushes straight down the line. Hurry, Asuka. Got it, coach. Asuka approaches Shindou-san from diagonally above by using the force of gravity to speed up. I'll fly next to you for now. Next to me, huh? Well, I'm not sure what your strategy is, but you can actually keep up. We'll see. Asuka flies along the same path as him when he continues to speed up. Luckily, she started flying when she was ahead of him, so there's still a gap between them. That means he can't overtake her that easily. From here on, we'll have to rely on Asuka's inborn talent. I can't give her instructions on split-second decisions. Show us what you got, Asuka. Huh? Shindou-san isn't picking up much speed. Or wait, is Asuka just really fast? Huh? I got no idea what he's thinking. But hey, if they keep flying at this speed, maybe Asuka can touch him. Right as I think that. Here I go. Asuka tilts her whole body and rapidly closes in on Shindou-san. Good choice. Huh? Huh? Shindou-san disappeared. Using stealth technique. Stealth suits from China. Asuka should have touched his back, but he's not even in front of her anymore. How? Shindou-san is currently flying in an upright position. He's raised his body from the usual forward-leaning flight form, essentially hitting the brakes. What is he up to? What's he up to? Sure, he needed to shake Asuka, but slowing down like that put him at a disadvantage. Is he challenging her to a dogfight? Well, too bad. We're not gonna take the bait. Asuka, go for third. Roger. Her going for the boy is technically against the rules, since she hasn't crossed his path or touched him yet. But I bet them flying near each other for so long is enough for the referee to let it slide. We need to take this chance to throw Shindou-san off his game, even if that means breaking some rules. Huh? Huh? He stomped the brakes mere moments ago, but somehow he still manages to zoom right up to Asuka. I told you I'd go all out, didn't I? Shindou-san touches her back as he says that. Huh? What? What? Huh? What? Asuka loses her balance as she plummets diagonally. That's brought the score to 0-2. No way. That was a cobra. You raise your body to an upright position and spread your arms to brake, then reassume your previous form and accelerate hard. The move is named Cobra because of how similar it looks to a cobra spreading its hood to intimidate predators. Hold on. The Cobra is an advanced move. It's not something you expect to see in some amateur inter-school tournament. Messing up your posture and balance just a tiny bit is enough to result in a stall, which is why only pros use it. Trying it during a practice match is one thing, but he's actually busting it out here. What's happening, coach? Where's Shindou-san? Huh? Oh, Shindou-san is... Where is he? How did I lose sight of him? I'm totally failing as a second. Where is he? Where is he? He's right above you. Above me? He used the repellent force from touching Asuka to propel himself upward, essentially turning her into a stepping stone. Oh, you're a little too slow on the uptake. What? Shindou-san repels Asuka towards the water, right as she attempts to turn around. That doesn't score him a point, but... Water violently splashes in all directions as Asuka's gravity shoots displace it. Is that a suicida? A suicida is a move where you stop your opponent by repelling them directly down into the water. It's a forceful move that's generally employed by skywalkers who prefer to focus on power over speed. I can't believe he managed to combine in an incredible technical move like the Cobra with such a violent one. I've never even seen pros do that. So, contrary to my expectations, Shindou-san is the one pulling off crazy moves instead of Asuka. I thought I saw the full extent of his abilities during his match with Misaki, but I was wrong. Shindou-san is an entirely different league. I glance over to Sato-san to take in her reaction. She's just quietly looking up at the field. Doesn't seem like she's talking to him at all. I guess that means she knows he could pull that off. Could it be that... He didn't take me seriously? He didn't have to use everything in his arsenal to beat me? He held back when we fought. But then, why is he using all his cards against Asuka? Huh? Did you say something? It's hard to hear you over all the cheering. Oh, no, it's nothing. Nothing at all. Yeah, it's nothing. Huh? Well, if you say so. Whoa, she's in real trouble. Hang in there, Asuka-chan. Asuka, hang in there. We're with you. Give Shindou-san a run for his money. Go, go, go. You can do it. Make Shindou-san ama. Asuka, calm down and cover your balls. Okay. There's a considerable distance between them now. Shindou-san is looking down on Asuka as he floats near the water surface. Suicida is Spanish for suicide. The move was given that name because of the way the player crashes into the water. Players who use Suicida usually keep charging at their opponents to make them crash. Shindou-san, however, apparently only used it to distance himself from Asuka. No, I would have gone for a dogfight if you recovered any slower, but I suppose this will have to make do. He says that, forms a faint smile and flies off toward third. Since he's on his way toward third while Asuka's near the water, he might even reach fourth before she makes it to the third line. And that would make it 0-4. Calm down, keep it together, Masaya. I can't sound flustered right now. Asuka, take a deep breath. Okay. Hoo-ha! Jump to the fourth line. We'll have to give up on the third one. Understood. That means we're letting him have 2 points. But it's the best option we have. Trying to change him right now would just lower our chance of winning to 0. Asuka looks shocked as she makes her way over to the fourth line. What just happened to me? You were pushed down toward the water. No, before that. It looked like Shindou-san disappeared, but he somehow managed to reach my back. He used a maneuver that's called the Cobra. It's a move where you brake hard for a second to make your opponents pass you, then rapidly accelerate. How do you do that? It's a lot like an air kick turn. Main difference is, an air kick turn makes you move in the opposite direction, while the Cobra allows you to continue down the same path. An air kick turn in the same direction, huh? Next time he does that, go for an air kick turn. That should counter him, since he'll be left behind when he uses the Cobra. You got it. Asuka hasn't mastered the air kick turn yet, but this is our only shot. There's nothing else you can do to get past Shindou-san's Cobra. Nothing else changes, okay? Just try to stick by Shindou-san for as long as possible. Roger. Asuka ignores the third line entirely and jumps to the fourth. And while she's circling near the center of the line, Shindou-san touches third, then proceeds straight to the fourth and touches it as well. It's 0-4. He glances at Asuka, then starts to fly straight toward the next boy. This is just like on the second line. Asuka drops down from above with impeccable timing, then starts flying next to him. I won't let you shake me off this time. No, I'm pretty fast. Think you can keep up? I'll try. Asuka follows Shindou-san as he begins to speed up. He throws in a short scissors and also a high JoJo. But neither of those manage to throw her off. No, wait. Is he even trying to lose her? Seems more like he's getting her to focus on flying to me. Whatever. I mean, he could have used a bunch of tricks maneuvers if shaking her was his only goal. What is he after? I tried to give Asuka some instructions, but stopped myself at the last moment. Wouldn't want to ruin her concentration. Huh? Shindou-san disappears from Asuka's view right when it looks like he's about to accelerate. This is it. This is the moment of truth. Asuka ends up ahead of Shindou-san, which gives her a chance to pull off our plan. Now. Got it. Asuka tucks her arms and legs in, curling up her body, then kicks her legs outward, straightening up her whole body with an air kick turn. In an instant, she shoots back towards Shindou-san. Is it just me, or did Shindou-san smile faintly? There are some players who smile during matches. Det finns några som gillar det här spelet. It happens because some people's facial muscles loosen when they're in a state of high concentration. Wait, he's focusing? Does that mean he isn't surprised? He predicted that would happen. Shindou-san proceeds to curl up his body. And then he maintains the posture needed for the Cobra while pulling off another move. An air kick turn. Impossible. No way. He directly chained the Cobra into an upward air kick turn without losing his balance at all. How? I'm getting goosebumps here. This is way harder than combining the Cobra with the Suicida. Chaining two high-speed maneuvers that move you in different directions is just... There's no doubt in my mind that he's far better than anyone else at this tournament. Asuka is now in the perfect position for Shindou-san, which means her back is wide open. Hurdukat. Hurdukat. Here I go. Huh? Go? Go where? Before that question escapes my lips. Asuka does a second air kick turn. Huh? She uses it to fly straight into Shindou-san, who has been diving down to touch her back. Here I go. This again? What now? Asuka uses the repellent force from their clash to perform another air kick turn. Then she stretches out her hand. Huh? I can't believe it. She actually got him. Hördu Morgan. Hördu katt. Jag måste bara gå och prata med min katt. Vänta lite, jag ska gå och prata med min katt. Okej, hej. The score is now 1-4. Okay. Here I go. Asuka uses the recoil again in the exact same way. Ugh. And she successfully touches Shindou-san's back for a second time. How is she doing this? What's happening here? She just scored on Shindou-san twice? I've never seen anyone chain air kick turns like that. Oh, seems like she's going for another one. Unfortunately, her hand doesn't even reach Shindou-san this time. An air kick turn allows you to perform a high-speed quick turn because of the instantaneous membrane shift that's brought about by curling your body. In other words, it's based on changing the direction of an initial force. So just like how a pendulum eventually comes to a stop due to friction and air resistance, some force is lost with each directional change, which lowers the speed. And unfortunately, that third air kick turn slowed her down too much. Still, she did manage to score 2 points on Shindou-san. What now? Should we take advantage of his confusion and engage in a dogfight? Or wait, would it be better for her to go for the next boy instead? What's the correct decision here? Both options feel right and wrong, which makes it hard to decide. Coach! Go at him, doesn't matter where, just touch him. Got it. We won't get another chance like this. Shindou-san's probably startled by this turn of events. In situations like this, people tend to go on their defense. A perfect example is how people react when a boulder comes rolling down toward them. Running or jumping out of the way seems like a logical choice, but some people stand their ground. Why is that? Are they too scared to move? That's a possible explanation, but not the most common one. The truth is a lot stranger than you would expect. When faced with a choice between evading or blocking an incoming object, your instincts will tell you to raise your guard. And with that in mind, Shindou-san should be focusing more on defense right now. Got you. Whoa. Asuka manages to touch Shindou-san's legs. Cool. Shindou-san braced himself for the attack in a weird way, so he's left spinning away with his waist at his axis. Nice. It should take him a while to recover from that. Now's your chance. Okay. Asuka moves behind Shindou-san, who has now stopped spinning and scores another point. That's 3-4. Oh, amazing, amazing! Oh, Asuka-senpai is really amazing! Varför ser hon helt förstörd ut? Wow, oh my gosh! I don't even know what to say. I never thought she'd do it so well. Is she actually gonna win? Asuka's gonna defeat Shindou-san. She will if this keeps up. Asuka's gonna beat Shindou-san. That's just... no. That's impossible. Oh, it's possible, alright. She's really doing it. I'm sure she'll win at this point. No way. Asuka can't possibly. What's up? What do you think you're doing, President? You need to take control of this match before it's too late. I know that. If you do, then act accordingly. You would effectively betray everyone at Takafuji if you lose here. Oh, you sure are strict, Sato-kun. I cannot stand in when strong Skywalkers like you fight with such a laid-back attitude. Fight like you mean it. Grasp victory by unleashing your true strength. The President I know would do everything in his power to win. You may have a point. Also, it's Satuin. Satuin. Okay, Satuin-kun. You definitely have a point. Shindou-san, who has almost hit the water in an attempt to evade Asuka's attacks, suddenly roars. His loud voice makes Asuka flinch. Okej. Bara funderade på vart min katt tog vägen, han var där borta. His second roar makes Asuka freeze up for a moment. People tend to get intimidated when they hear loud yelling. Don't stop now, Asuka. Huh? Keep moving. I never imagined Shindou-san was the type to roar loudly and openly display his passion and desire to win. I just assumed he was far more quiet and meek. Oh no. Shindou-san touches Asuka's shoulder as she's rooted in place, sending her flying off into the distance. She's currently spinning sideways due to his attack. Oh! He recovers quicker than Asuka, then touches her back. Crap, this is bad. Asuka's never fought in a match that's anything like this. Makes sense, since no one is ever this intense in a practice match. Well, Shion always is, but that comes off as more of a joke than anything. Anyway, other than that, her only matches were in the first two rounds, where she faced some below-average opponents. Huh? I bet this is the first time she's seen anything like this. His raw anger, passion, and desire to win are hard to bear. Huh? What? Huh? She's overwhelmed by this technique that wasn't even specifically designed for flying circus. No, that's not to say it came from any other sport. You see, it's something far more primal that humans have used since the Stone Age. Shindou-san's intense emotions lock both of them into their roles. Namely, the hunter and the hunted. Shindou-san and Asuka. Calm down, you're still fighting the same person, nothing's changed. Okay. Asuka's voice is quivering a little as she replies. And one more. What? He makes up for the 3 points Asuka scored in next to no time. The score is now 3-6. Yeah, I knew it. The gap between them is too wide. If only Asuka had more experience. No, I can't place the blame on her. This is my fault. I'm the one who sent her out there without preparing her for this scenario. I could have made her practice for this. It's not too late. I still have a chance to fix this. There must be some advice I can give her. Asuka, remember what you did when we practiced in the gym on that rainy day? Huh? Flip back and get behind him. But I... You can do it. Shindou-san's just mindlessly rushing at you, so now's your chance. Constantly roaring does tend to intimidate your opponent. However, it also makes you start seeing in red. In other words, his strategy has turned him into a frenzied berserker. And that's why Asuka still has a chance. You need to keep a cool head and outthink him. He's just acting on instinct now, so I'm sure you can do it. You got it, coach. Shindou-san is charging straight toward Asuka's back once more. Go, Asuka. Okay. Unfortunately, things don't go according to plan. When Asuka tries to spin backward and perform something akin to a backflip, Shindou-san brakes like when he was using the Cobra and raises his right hand. Oh no! What the... Then he spikes Asuka like a volleyball. No, I didn't expect that. But honestly, it takes you too long to pull it off, which makes it unpredictable. It can't be. He was actually thinking straight despite all the roaring. Incredible. Is he some kind of kendo or judo athlete as well? No! Shindou-san keeps scoring point after point. Time keeps flowing as I find myself unable to provide any advice. What can we do? What can we do? That question keeps endlessly repeating inside my head, leaving me at a loss for words. All I really can do right now is gaze up at the field with clenched fists. Even though I hate the situation, I'm forced to accept defeat as I watch Asuka get destroyed by Shindou-san. Eventually, the whistle blows. 3-10. 10-3. That's the final score. I can hear Asuka panting heavily through the headset. Shindou-san, no, the strongest Skywalker of our generation. Kazunari Shindou is looking down on us with a sneer on his face, seemingly mocking the exhausted Asuka. Is that all you can do? That's what he seems to be saying. Before I know it, I tense my shoulders to a point where they hurt. I don't know whether it's because Shindou-san is too tense or because Asuka is so frightened, but they both leave after a brief exchange of words. Asuka's form looks really shaky as she flies back to us. She must be pretty tired. No, I didn't do enough out there. That's not true. Listen, I doubt many other players here could have driven Shindou-san into a corner like that. I swear I'm not just trying to console her. She really surprised me out there. I'm amazed that she managed to make Shindou-san fight dirty. I didn't know a match could be that scary. Right. But it was also really fun. Well, that's all she has to say after that loss. Man, this girl's one tough cookie. I was expecting her to feel kinda depressed. You're strong, Asuka. Not way. I'm a total weakling. I need to get a lot stronger. If you say so. Let me know if you ever need any help. Great. Thank you, coach. I lost. Asuka-chan! Madoka rushes over to her as she calls out her name. Huh? And when she reaches her, starts stroking Asuka's head. You're safe now, I promise. Are you alright? Were you scared? I'm fine. I was pretty scared out there, but I'm way past that already. How dare Shindou-san do that to an innocent girl? What a scumbag! That just shows how desperate he was to win. I mean, he won by 7 points, so he probably didn't need to go that far. You know, I couldn't even tell what he was doing during the second half of our match. Okay. We'll beat Shindou-san at the fall tournament. That's our club's new goal. Okej, så det kommer bli en höstturnering också. Det var inte så bra. Det var inte så kul. Jag gillar inte de här matcherna. Alltså, jag gillar liksom karaktärerna, men de här matcherna tycker jag inte jättemycket om. Men jag är också medveten om att det här är liksom... Det här är en sport visual novel kan man väl kalla det. You're forgetting that he's a senior. This is his last tournament, so we just lost our only chance to crush him. Oh, right. I'm glad both of you got to face him. Made for a valuable experience, right? Yeah, I learned a lot while fighting Shindou-san. Misaki turns away with a sour look on her face. Something wrong? No, I guess it helped, but it's not like I'm playing Flying Circus to get a shot at dethroning him or anything. Well, that may be true, but... Wait, you're saying your goal's much higher than him, right? Does that mean Shindou-san's just a stepping stone in your eyes? Bingo. You're right on the money, Mashiro. Of course I am. I know you best, Misaki-senpai. Right. I'll just let the conversation end on that note. since it seems like Misaki doesn't want to talk about it. Well, we may be done with the summer tournament now, but you're not allowed to head home. Go watch the remaining matches instead. You can learn a lot from watching other people play. You got it! I'll keep my eyes peeled. Make sure to think of how you'd react to everything happening in the matches. You want me to figure out how I'd trick people up there? Sure, why not? Take my words however you want. Anyway, I'm gonna go report our result to Shirase-san and Miss Kagami. We'll be here watching, so take as much time as you need. Oh, hello, greetings. A blonde girl, who seems quite familiar, trots over to me. Don't forget, I am Irina. She thrusts her face up to mine and gives me a wink as she says that. I do remember you, I swear. You're Inui's second, Irina-san. Ah, correct. I am Irina-san. She's the second of the player who knocked President Chion out in the first round. Whoa, Inui's won all her matches so far. Yes, one match then another, and then she be number one. Inui has a similar playstyle to Chion, so the fact that she's gotten this far is a good sign for him. You're the person from first match? His name is Aoyagi. Oh yes, Aoyagi-san, he's very good. Happy to hear that. Also, I saw match just now. It's very funny. It's very fun, yes, very exciting. Very inspiring, this Kurachina-san. You're talking about how she just fought Shindou-san. Oh yes, it's fun to watch. Amusing. It's amusing word here. Amusing, huh? Well, it's not really wrong, but I wouldn't exactly call it a good choice of words. Amusing isn't really a word you'd use to praise a match. Oh, they're flying and bouncing around, rushing all over, almost like in a circus. What is Japanese word for circus? Circus is circus in Japanese as well. Circus? I think. That match was like circus. Both Skywalkers threw fancy moves left and right, making it fun. Still, it's no real funny flying circles. Huh? It wasn't flying circus? What did you just say? What do you mean? Huh? She seems surprised by my question. I'm just curious what you mean by it's not being real flying circus. Nothing seemed too out of the ordinary out there. Well, other than the crazy moves each of them pulled off. No, is my Japanese wrong, eh? No, that's not it. I just want to know why you don't consider Shindou-san Kurashina's match real flying circus. This time, Hirina-san flashes a friendly smile. Now, if a goal is winning, flying around wildly not necessary. They were moving around like that because they were trying to win, you know. Really now? Yeah. Oh, they need air kick turns, cobras and suicidas to win, huh? That what you mean? Well, are you trying to say they were pointless? Aren't they? She has a puzzled look on her face as she says that. I'm sure they used to use them because they were necessary. Both of them pulled out all the tops to win that match, which is rather admirable. Sure, they may have looked really flashy, but it's not like they were trying to put on a show or anything. She may not get that, but I know it to be true. It's very amusing. Damn foreigners don't understand my my favorite sport. I see. However, it's also very different from flying circus, I know. And what's your brand of flying circus like? I'm sure final match will turn out to be Shindou versus Inui, huh? You'll understand when you see it. Huh? You'll understand. True flying circus. True flying circus. Irina-san gives me a firm nod as I say that. Right. True flying circus. Maybe I'm just being weird, but Irina-san's friendly smile seems really scary right now. She draws even closer to me and whispers. I know everything. Masaya Hinata, I'm in your time in Junior League. Huh? How do you know that? I look into all players of Inui's age, but I haven't played Flying Circus in years. Like I said, I do research. Why? Irina-san doesn't seem to the least bit fazed by my question. I would love to see someone crush Inui. It can be you or one of the kids you train. Either is fine. The girl is a masochist, so I'm sure she'd be overjoyed. What? She's a masochist? Why does that matter? She's eagerly waiting for someone to crush her. Inui is a very serious person after all. The corners of her lips curve into a smile as she backs away from me. What exactly do you want? Instead of answering, Irina-san directs a slightly awkward bow at me before turning around and walking away. What is she thinking? Kan jag hoppa vidare då? She talked a whole lot, so I'm not even sure where to begin. Though, the thing that weighs most heavily on my mind is true flying circus. Is she saying that outspeeding your opponent is true flying circus? That is one way to win, but it's not the only one. She said I would understand after watching Inui face Shindou-san. Well, she better make it to the grand final now, or they'll both have egg on their face. Good day to you, Masaya Hinata. Ja, vi tar och fortsätter lite till. Eller vänta. Vi tar en liten paus här. Jag ska kolla hur långt det är kvar. Alltså det är ändå fortfarande lite kvar, en bit kvar. Frågan är om vi kan man hoppa tillbaks hit. Quick jump completed. Okej, jag tror vi tar och avslutar här så får vi komma tillbaka nästa gång. Nästa gång får vara sista gången. Jag tror nästa gång kommer bli sista gången vid den här turneringen. Hoppas jag i alla fall. Men det här avsnittet är slut nu, så tack för att ni har kollat. Vi hörs. Hej då.